We're here. How you guys doing? Um, I don't know how this is gonna go. I still kind of feel like crap after yesterday. Sorry, but we're gonna try. I've taken one trade. Couldn't help it. Had a PP news, and then pretty clear that we just took this swing right there. I wasn't looking at the 30-second, but I already knew what the 30-second looked like. Little displace down, displace up, and then it got in there. It was going in my favor, but just figured just get out, just take the money that I was offered and wait till market open. Z, what's going on? Are you the same Z that's in Discord? Nice. So I've talked about it before, but I get pretty bad migraines often. Yesterday was, I think, the worst one I've ever had. I was in bed I woke up, took one dog out, and realized I can't do this. I went and laid back down. It was the worst pain I've ever had from a migraine, and then I was throwing up all day and throwing up all night last night. So I couldn't drink. I drank like this much of a Gatorade throughout the whole day, but anytime I take a sip, I just end up throwing it up. So my throat is still hurting from all the acid. And I feel extremely I probably shouldn't be sitting here streaming and trading, but whatever. I feel pretty dizzy and weak from I ate a bowl of cereal before I jumped on the stream just to have something, but that was the first thing I ate since Wednesday night. I didn't even attempt to eat anything yesterday, and the only thing I could even try to drink was that much Gatorade, which, like I said, threw it all up anyway. So, but this isn't a pity party. Just letting you guys know how I feel, and I don't know if I'll make it the whole till. I usually try to stream till 11, but we'll see. Good thing we got the bots running. We could just let them watch them trade. Which let's I did wake up and start the bots yesterday, and I recorded them, and then I went back and laid down. This bot number 1 was up $400 with 3 micros. Bot number 2 was down. It was only like with 1 micro. It wasn't too much. Let me see. Yeah, so bot 1 got into this 5-minute gap right here. Bot 2, I think it was up at one point, but it's just on micros. Just while I mean, we recognize that this week it wasn't doing that well, which is expected. It's not going to do these aren't going to be profitable every week. I don't know if they're going to be profitable any weeks. I just know that when I run back tests, sometimes they are profitable. Okay, so there, I'll talk about this one here in a second, but let me just go to the end. So this one down here is account 35. It was down $16. With 160 on minis, it's break even in my opinion. So I ran a new one that I've been testing and making changes to up here. So I was not trading yesterday. I had a third bot that I just decided I have a free account open because I'm not going to be trading, so I just put it on one micro. And what this one does is waits for liquidity to be taken and then gets in on a fair value gap that forms. So there's a fair value gap, or we had liquidity taken. I mean, this is going to be the closest bot to ICT I think that's out there. It waited for liquidity to be taken, a fair value gap formed, and it placed that limit order right there. See? Market did come back, tag us in. Cracks, what's up? It was up. I think had I been watching this live, like right now the bots just place their stops and take profits, and then that's it. I want to adjust them so that way, like if they at least get to like a 1-to-1, we at least move it to break even, or like something in profit. But our target was up here. I'll probably make this a video just to show what they did yesterday. But I just wanted to show you guys real quick because I was pretty excited. Like this one did really, I mean, it's not the bot doing anything. Like the market just offered that setup. So it worked. So that was exciting. But this one, yeah, I think I would have probably killed this trade in profit up here. 812. I mean, it got up to almost 50 points. It was 40 points in profit. I need to build it. If I'm not going to watch it, I need to build it so it at least secures points by moving the stop. And I probably would have killed it as the market was grinding up because we had this huge displacement breaking this swing. So we came back up, and then if I was watching it manually, could have killed it up here, because then ultimately market went down and took us out. So that was a losing trade. However, I think it was a winning day for that guy. I'm still working on back testing this new one, and like I said, I really want to secure profits if I'm not watching them. Yeah, it did pretty. That was the first time I've ever run that one live, and I'm like dying in a bedroom on the other side of the house. It was up $72 on one micro. So that gives me hope. I love, another thing I could do is instead of, all right, no, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that one's exciting. Like I said, that's going to be the closest one to just ICT concepts in general, because it does not get in unless there's liquidity taken, except it's only looking at liquidity for certain time frames, but they're all ICT time zones. Joseph, I know you kind of don't buy into that, but if I can make it profitable, then we can call it whatever we want. I don't think we had we didn't have a we just talked about it briefly. We didn't have a set. I actually wanted to wait until March because I haven't told you guys because I feel like if I talk about it, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But I'm planning on cutting back on some hours at my full time job in March. So if I do it now, like there's been times where on the stream I've had to jump off the stream and answer like a video call or something or deal with a meeting. So if I'm gonna do that with methodical, I'd prefer to do it on a day where I'm not working my normal job. That way nothing can happen. Umar, good to see you. Hope you've been doing good. Knives, what's up? You're early. You gotta get your Rat Lord stream in since yesterday was all jacked up. Good. Yeah, I'm not doing too good. I'm doing better than yesterday, but I'm sure you could hear I don't sound like my normal self because my throat is ate up from throwing up all day, and I'm pretty I'm pretty dizzy feeling right now. Yeah, I know. I kind of missed streaming, so we're just gonna try and see how it goes. We're just trading one micro. We're just trading one micro up there, up on this one. So we're gonna be nice and we're gonna be nice and patient and particular, picky. Taking one trade at pre-market. It was a valid. Everything worked in my everything worked. Obviously, it was a green trade. I got out a little early, but I had to be cautious when I trade pre-market. So that's what I'm gonna do. This was like I say silver bullet, but I'm really just looking for liquidity to be taken. I'm waiting for. I feel like silver bullet is just the name of a setup that forms at a particular time, but that setup still forms throughout the day. So if I see it, I'll take it. Um, I just have to be careful at between 9:30 and 10 because that's usually when, from my experience, you can get faked out. That setup forms, but it doesn't hold. I'm a little sick of being in the discovery stage, Knives. We've put the time in. I'm ready to start capitalizing. Still got a what is my mouse doing? See if we go down beneath that swing. Yeah, I've always heard the amount of time it takes to finally get this, and I've just always nothing against anybody else. I just like want to make myself get there sooner than the average, you know? But that's also probably what keeps holding me back because I put too much pressure on myself. But that also keeps me pushing forward. So it's like a balance. Number 2's ready to go. Number 2 shows great promise, but then the market starts chopping it up sometimes. I really feel like we can add something to it to help it. I just don't know what. We thinking higher prices today or lower prices? Someone on Reddit said they were expecting new all-time highs today. I hate that I read that because it's hard to keep that out of my mind. I mean, even with this pullback, everything's still moving up. Look at McLovin's 4-hour time frame. I mean, we came straight back to take out these equal lows on the 4-hour. Yeah, check if we have any other news. Stuff at 10. We have a Fed speaking. We'll just be careful around 10 like usual. We just filled in all of this over here. My mouse is being so weird right now. Kind of like the same thing that happened back here in pre-market, but we just took out those lows, and I'm sure on the 32nd there's a gap. Not really, but there's something that the market came back down right into this. I like that. But we're going to wait for another manual trade until 10. How am I supposed to get all this dog hair out of the laser? Thought about with this one down here, when it gets a like a long signal, instead of just marketing in, wait for a red candle to form and then get in. So basically waiting for, I would force it to wait for a pullback. But I don't know if that looks like it would have not worked here anyways. If we continue lower, it's the next swing that we would be going after. Looks like we're going after that swing. Maybe. Maybe not. Didn't we kind of just chop around the other day after the news on, what was it? This one? 9:30. Yeah, the first, that was when it was the first 45 minutes we didn't do anything. And that's when I realized we need to wait. We need to wait for 10. You guys got any big plans for the weekend while we wait on the markets? I'm probably going to be working, making up for these last 2 days. But I am excited for. I don't think anyone here was into UFC. I've asked about it before, but I love it. There's some big fights on Saturday night. No, I don't. I don't like bare knuckle. That's a little too aggressive. I like just watching the UFC, but not any of the MMA. Like I don't watch any of the other what are they called? Um like the other companies that put it on. I just keep up with or try to keep up with people in the UFC. Part of it's probably you get sucked into the drama behind the fighters. If anyone else is too scared to chat because Knives is in here, I'll kick him. Doesn't bother me. We'll get him out of here. Otter Lot, what's going on? Have you traded or are you waiting until 10? Funny that you said that you were waiting till you're trying to get back to the silver bullet too, because the last time we talked, we were both just scalping for a few points. That my problem with scalping for a few points is it's very deceiving. Like it seems super easy, and it sounds like you can have like 100% win rate because it's just a couple of points. The Nasdaq's always moving a lot. Yeah, but then when you have a red trade, it's not a couple points of a red trade. It's like 10 of your win trades in a row that you give up, and it sucks. That's what happened to me. Did like your little uh what time frame were you watching when you would just try to look for those little double tops or double bottoms? That seemed like it worked out. You could have a pretty tight stop on that. Well, we tapped it, so we don't have to take it out. There are plenty of times where, you can't have a double bottom if you don't create it. And sometimes the market leaves those open for a while, and then we come back later. There's three, a triple. I left it there. Hey, what's going on? All right, now we're taking out that swing. So still got 10-ish minutes. Oh yeah, something I need to do with this bot is add a setting where you can tell it to only take longs or only take shorts for that day. That way, if you were expecting it to go lower, you can just tell it only look for shorts. I think that would be ideal. I don't know if I'm good with having a daily bias, so I don't know if I would use that, but I'm sure other people could take advantage of it. And we need to give the people options. I am updating this one at somebody's request that instead of like it places the stop and it places the exits at the highs and the lows of the 3 candle fair value gap pattern. So we have a fair value gap right here, right? But it takes 3 candles to form that. So if it was long on this, it would have targeted just the high of this candle, and then the stop would be down here. I did update this bot, so you can enter if you want to override that and just have your own take profit and stop loss ticks based on your entry. So if you always aim for 40 ticks off of a fair value gap, you could put that in there. I like having a more dynamic entries or more dynamic exits. Well, I say that, and then this one doesn't have a dynamic exit. The stop is, but the take profit is 8 points every time, when we obviously could have gotten more than 8 points on this one, more than 8 points on that one. I want to try doing a trailing stop with this bot. These are the moves that this was designed for. It's just sometimes we get little pullbacks where it gets stopped out. I think a trailing would then we may be able to catch more points on these moves, or at least minimize the losses. All right, I guess now we're going after that. I wasn't expecting this. Usually after a news move, we eat it back up before something else happens. But I guess the other day we didn't make it to the whole thing. But like I keep saying, market does whatever it wants to do. Doesn't matter what we want. This is a bad time to short, you think? All right. I guess if we keep going, I mean, there's no way, right? Where were we at this morning? We were at 18. Jesus. Oh, yeah, we got to do a giveaway today. No, I didn't do it on Wednesday. I said I was going to do it every Friday this month. Yeah. So we'll do when we're done trading, we'll do a giveaway. But it's, yeah, members only. Sorry, not next month. I'll think of something different. Go back to subs. So you don't need this charity. Yeah, we'll do a $100 giveaway later whenever when I'm about ready to be done. So if you want in on it, you got to sign up as a member first. And you need to be able to accept PayPal. Or if you win and you tell me I don't have PayPal, then I'm going to say thank you for letting me keep it. I don't make the rules, I'm just following them. All right. It's almost 10 and so potential I don't know. This is scary to long, but I mean we'll do it if there's a setup. No, there isn't. So we just wait, McLovin. The only thing I like right now is that it's almost 10 and we're near these lows on the 15-minute, these swings. So if we get a setup, it all would make sense. But at the same time, on days like this, those setups fail. Of course, if we see it and we don't take it, it will end up working. So I mean, I'm almost think usually on days like this, also when we get these little order blocks, I think it's a if you have a place to put your stop, it's a decent place to just short it and see if you can get something out of it. It's a low risk. What's the news? Why movement? Um, you might need to reword that. We had a core PPI or something, right? But why it moves in one direction or the other, I have no idea, because sometimes we go down when there's good news and sometimes we go up when there's bad news. We had core PPI at 8:30, and this is just looks like it's just a continuation from that. There was more stuff at 10, so I would stay out. Just wait a minute. Damn, Umar. The hell did this just do? I don't know. I don't know if it should have longed there. You're up 100,000. The hell are you watching me for? We just dipped down and took out this other swing on the 15-minute. Hey, one stop. Yeah, everything's good over here. Just getting over being sick yesterday. Rathos. I mean, I believe you caught that move. I've seen you catch big moves before, but you're telling me you're up 100 grand and you're watching me. Good luck, 100 lot. Thought we were waiting on Silver Bullet. I like that body closed at that low. Yeah, give me a 1K super chat. Surely you can handle that. What kind of account was it, Umar? Was it you're saying a real 100,000? And what now everyone's intrigued. Is this 100,000 USD or like 100,000 pesos that comes out to like $5? Oh, it was doll hairs. Like I said, I believe you caught the move. You've caught it. I've seen you catch huge moves before. I was just curious about the sizing your position size and what type of account would need you going after that much money. They're all like much smaller profit goals, aren't they? I mean, I don't know all the different accounts that are out there, but from what I've seen, they're all between 1,500 and isn't one 20K, I think, at the most. Got it. You got 100 lot. Yeah, one stop. We finally hit our 1K subscriber count. The end of like right there in December, so then I could turn on the ad revenue. But now we're up to what? 1503. We're growing slowly but surely. My goal was to get to that 1K mark before my 1 year like anniversary of starting this channel. That was my goal. I wanted to do it within 6 months, but I wasn't like pushing it. As you guys know, I don't like ask anybody to sub or thumbs up or like or anything like that. So it's pretty cool that it just grew like that naturally. You're different. You're one of those type of people that I have to tell them what to do because they don't know what to do. All these other are they know what to do on YouTube. I don't have to tell them. Like I've heard from other, I don't know where I heard it from or I read it, but someone who live streams or they said like if you say those things to subscribe and hit the like button and stuff, if you say that, they noticed you will get more subs and likes when you do that. I can't do it. It's too cringy. Like like I've loved YouTube since the beginning, but what it's turned into is just a cringe fest. But I still love it. Obviously, I'm here. I just can't be a part of that. So if people want to watch me and they want to keep coming back, they know how to find me. Yeah, the evolution of dance was a classic. I think I feel like I saw that before YouTube, like on E-Bombs World, but maybe I'm just getting that confused. E-Bombs World was where I was getting my first dose of like internet videos. Thanks, Umar. With that said, if you keep bringing in 100K days, we better see some super chat donations in here. Deal. Sounds good. Maybe I should trade feeling sick more often because I just have no interest in even getting in anything. It's just boring. Yeah, we'll never hear from Umar again. Oh my God, this is brutal. Oh, let's look at some higher time frames, see what's going on. The daily. So the daily, we had a new day opening gap right there. I didn't see that earlier. So I guess with the reaction off of that, we're clearly going. We're just gonna head down, possibly. I guess so. One stop. I mean, obviously, market goes up and down, but seeing this new day opening gap, I think this low, which we also have this new day opening gap back down here, that I think it was Delta calling that out. So we left it open. We don't have any bodies. We have wicks, but we don't have any bodies that traded through here. So that would be our next target. Yeah. ES is pulling back up. Look at that. It's also in this gap though. One stop. Yeah, I still like it, but I tried the waiting for the silver bullet the other day and it just felt good. And something I'm still struggling with the 5 second is I'm letting my losers be too large. So unless I have like a 98% win rate, which is hard, it's like I give too much back at a time, and then it messes with me emotionally. And I think I do pretty. I think my patience is getting better, so now I can sit and wait for this guy. What what time frame are you looking at, Hunter Lot? Checking in 1 second, Umar. Guy makes 100,000 now, thinks he can boss everyone around. Yeah, I'm not too confident in anything going back up. We've got these two guys that it has swept the lows, but we have this one that's very close, and then like I said, we have this new day gap down here. It's a crazy trade, Umar. I don't know I don't know anything about Nasdaq cash. I mean, I'm assuming it's just a derivative of what we're looking at here, right? One stop, are you in the Discord? Oh, right, you used to be. Sounds good, 100. Yeah, I understand one stop. I can pull it up on. I don't have Discord. I usually don't keep Discord open on this computer, so I don't know what Nasdaq cash. Like I don't know what that is. Like I said, I believe Umar that he said he caught this move because he's caught. I've seen him catch pretty big moves before, well, and call them out before they happen. And even on the 30-second, we don't have any fair value gaps, bullish fair value gaps. I mean, that was a big move, and it looks like I don't know what size it was. How many I just have two monitors that the computer I'm streaming from. The other monitor over here is just the streaming stuff. Like all my charting is what you see here. I don't have any other charts up. And then I have a laptop down here that I keep like work stuff and messaging apps like Discord and text messages and stuff. But I just keep Discord open on that computer. And I try to keep this computer just to trading and streaming. And yeah, when I'm streaming, just those two things. All right, I like we've got a wick on the 15-minute down beneath this one. Like any longs that would present themselves, I just want to know really where to hold them to. We have like 140 points of displacement. Are we going to go halfway? Are we going to go a quarter, 3/4 of it, back all the way up to these order blocks? Don't know. Hank, I messaged you on Discord. I need your email because you won the giveaway last week. And we're about to do another one too, so there's a chance you can win it again. Yeah, right, Jack. I don't. Yeah, I need need your PayPal email so I can send you money from last week. Check. Yeah, we spun the wheel and it landed on your number, but you weren't here. All right, got a little gap breaking above this guy after taking out liquidity back here, but we needed the market to come back. We're only 10-ish points away from that. Well, there's a little bit of a good news. So hopefully it gets better. I don't know if this could come back. See, this is what happens. We get the moves, and I start thinking, oh, it's never coming back. And it might not, but then so be it. I wait for the next trade. Because if I get in now, I have to put a stop way down here. Really want it to come back to 80 at least. Like I said, we're right up in this 15-minute. Could just tank. All right, that's what we were waiting for it to come back there. Just put the stop, I guess, at that swing. I would have preferred the fair value gap to form right off of these lows. That way we could put the stop down there. But if we were to create a bearish gap, I think I'm willing to reverse it. That was my mistakes. That was a mistake that would happen a lot. Sorry. Several months ago when I was doing these trades. Yeah, I think just wait and see what happens here. If we get stopped out, so be it. If these oh my god. If we create fair value gaps and we come back up into them, then we can always short and see if we can ride it back down. But let's be patient here and see what happens. Do we want to get out in reverse here on this gap? But this move isn't taking out any swings. This one, but not with like conviction, you know? Have a good one, Heart a lot. The shorts, we took out this high right up into 15-minute, right up into a 1 minute, right up into a 5 minute. All right, let's go, McLovin. I don't like that reaction off of that. But I feel like if I reverse my position now, we'll just hit 2 losses in a row. So we're just going to be patient. I'm also thinking about just adding because it's a small risk, keeping the stop there, adding one because if we are right. So it brings our entry down, our average entry down just a little bit, and we only added a little bit more risk. Not a lot. I don't think this one's going to work. I don't think I should reverse it here. Let's wait and see if we get another bearish fair value gap. If we do, then we just take that. Because usually if we're wrong in one direction, it's going the other direction. So we'll just get in a setup going that way. Of course, there's a chance we just get chopped up and that doesn't work either. But I think it's worth it to do that because there are plenty of times where that happens. And then I'm being unreasonable by giving myself one shot. Really wanted this to form back here. I think the better place for a stop would have been beneath this low, not that one. What time will you be back? Okay. All right. Love you. Yeah, I had to stick with my stop there. Like I said, the better stop would have been down beneath this one. And I almost moved it to this guy just because lots of times we go back and take out the most recent swing low before we continue higher, but I didn't want to change my mind too much. Yeah, that's where my stop should have been, McLovin. I don't know, that's a huge. I didn't want to have a stop that big. But if we get a gap here, I think longs are still looking good. And then because we took out this low, we shouldn't come back down beneath this one unless it's just going lower. This closes up here. Yeah, for sure. I'm prepared to do better this time when we're taking these trades. If this closes up here, I'm not going to wait for it to come back. I think a stop beneath here is okay. Mm. Just stuck with original my original analysis, which is if I get stopped out, I'm gonna go for short instead. Damn, Jack, just hold it for a set amount of time. Damn. Yeah, this is just kind of crap. I want to see what this does because I originally wanted to short this if we got stopped out, and I didn't. We had a little glimpse of success this week on Wednesday, but other than that, this was a pretty rough week. Oh, nice, McLovin. They're offering that again today, right? At this point, I'm just looking to get the cheapest accounts just to keep trading, because we obviously been doing okay, but Chief, how's the performance of the bot? This one hasn't taken anything. This one's in a trade. It's like at break even right now. Um, that's that. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. The hell is this? I knew I should have had my. I knew I should have had my stop down there. Oh damn. Yeah, it's still down. This is only on micros. It's down $13 right now. It's okay though. Why did I have my stop so close up here? We typically always go take out like a recent swing. The bad thing when kind of I had the thoughts of moving it, but then I tell myself moving your stop is a bad idea. But at the same time, if my stop was down here and I took that loss, that would suck. And it's only hindsight now, seeing that obviously we would be in the green. Well, I had the right idea. Like I said, I freaking wanted this to form back here closer to the low. I don't like when we take out the liquidity and then we just like grind up a little and then create a fair value gap, because I know that having the stop here is just a little too close. But if all of this formed back down here, like if we didn't have this low, if this was a low of the day, then it would have been like a more legit place to put your stop. But when you have the low, grinds up, and then this happens, I hate having the stop right there. See, this bot does get in at the early stages of these moves. It's just that happens. Uh, how am I supposed to know when it's going to do this move or it's just going to do one of these moves? Is that possible to tell that or no? Is there some indicator that can just tell us? Appreciate it, Knives. I'll give you half of whatever the bot makes. There's got to be something that happens here. Doesn't happen over here. There just has to be. That's a create a 5-minute gap here. So this is going to place 3 orders, which I think I may get in with it. Because if this comes back down into here, right before this move happened, McLovin. Yeah, I can. So the bots can look at multiple time frames and multiple styles of candles and stuff. So I've been trying, like when we first started running this one, if you guys remember, I didn't have it on a Heikin-Ashi. I had it on time-based candles. So because what I was trying to do was see if there was any correlation with something on the time-based candle that I could see that also happens when this setup forms. And then maybe I could introduce our regular candles into the code for it to need something to happen over there as well as over here. I feel like I look at stupid things. Like I'm trying to think outside the box. Like right now, like my first thought was, oh, on the time-based candle, we had a red candle close, and then this candle opened above that. Maybe that's indicating a reversal along with something on the Heikin-Ashi. Why not? Happened right here too, right before this move, but that's a move I don't want to be in because we didn't go anywhere. There goes that one. There goes that thought. Yeah, for sure. It's like I get so sick of back testing because I think of an idea, then it takes me time to code it, takes me time to test it to make sure it's doing what I want it to do. Then I can back test, but sometimes the idea that I just coded has a variable. So I can't just back test one setting for that variable, like a take profit goal, for example. I can't just back test a take profit of 10 points. I got to back test a take profit of 5 points, of 10 points, of 15 points, of all these different points, and over the course of like months. No, I like how you always call out my I can't ever think of words. My laziness. I know that if I can crack it, then I just have a money printer with however much money I want. But at the same time, I have a 5 year or five. I have a full time job. I'm I do the streams. I try to make videos on the side. I'm also manual trading, trying to figure out how I want to manual trade because I change my mind, keep changing my mind with that. Then I also have the bots that I'm working on, and all this crap costs money. I don't know how to take that, Nars. That's why you keep coming back. So that one, bot number one had a winning trade. I don't know if I want to tell it to cancel the other orders if that move worked for one of the entries. Because like the first entry right here, it ran up and got it. So what are the chances of these two hitting these and then going up again? I don't know. High, low, higher, high, displace down. If anyone's interested, possibly this Sunday we'll do a live stream coding those what was that setup that guy was talking about yesterday or the other day? The candle inside of the other one? Inner candle or something? No, not inner candle. With the mother candle and then the inside candle, right? But I don't like, how do we trade that? So if you have any ideas, let me know ahead of time so we can be prepared to code it, or join the live stream and then we can do a little bit of back testing and then see if maybe we could figure something out together, as a family. The easiest thing will be one that forms, put a buy at the top and a short at the bottom, either of those breaks. But then what do we target? Well, how do the code has to know which direction, right? How does it know to buy instead of short? Yeah, but what if we're momentuming down? It's not possible to, well, look right here. Right, this is an inside candle, right? Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. How else do we? How do we distinguish which ones to go after? Almost thinking, if it's a bot, like I really want a bot that just goes after a couple of points, and if we had that, if we use this as an example, got this candle, so we'd be buying. Just put it here. Right when this candle forms, put a buy up here and a sell down here. Just go after like a couple, 3 points. Just go after a little bit. I don't know. It might not be profitable. We'd have to just test it. Well, and I think bots can just do things differently. Like we see something that we want more points out of it, whatever. A bot can just do something repeatable, and with something as volatile as Nasdaq, just go after a couple of points each time. It could probably have a super high win rate. I don't know. That's what I'm after, though. I'm after anything that will make money. Nice, Jack. You were on ES, right? Sick, bro. Yeah, and like I've said with I used to think that I could build a bot that just worked forever. I realize that's not the case. I'm gonna have to adapt it as the market changes. Because even with the ones I have now, like number one right now, it when I run long back tests, it is profitable in the long run, but there are periods of time like a month. I think the most is a month I've seen where it just eats into drawdown. So that setup just does not work for a period of time. But then market decides to start offering that setup as and it's profitable and it does work for like 2-3 more a few like several months, and it does climb back out of the drawdown it gets in, but it's still going to come back to like I have to wake up and turn it on knowing that I just lost me money the day before and it lost me money the day before that and it lost me the money the day before that. I just have to keep turning it on every day. So it's going to be tough. I mean, you just have to trust your results and keep going forward, right? Guess so, right? I'll be we can keep this conversation going. I'll be right back. So yeah, I guess they're adjusting. I don't know any pros, so are they adjusting day by day or watching or adjusting for different market conditions? What I do know is my adjustments today screwed me. My original analysis all worked out. Yeah, that's what I've with these bots in the long term, since I've seen that they'll go into drawdown. I think just, have a figure out a ratio for as it loses money, scale down, and then once it starts to do good again, just start picking back up slowly. I think that would I need to code that so I can see it over time. But the fact that it is that I've seen it make money over the course of several years, I think the risk management is where I need to focus instead of trying to prevent it from taking certain trades. Nice, McLovin. Good job. I when I that one it said it was by the time I clicked it, it wasn't available anymore. Thanks, Lucid. I have done something like that before for scaling up. I just haven't adjusted it to do scaling down, so I could do that. Um, I mean, I could do that in a few minutes. Just check what my P&L is, divide it by X amount of dollars, and set the quantity. So when I back test, this trade that this is in would just sit there till 4. So it might get hit and it might not. But I almost want to just cancel it. Yeah, that Dante dude is pretty good. Oh, we need to do a giveaway. If anyone wants in on it, this is your last chance. Look for a percentage of max drawdown recorded. If the current drawdown is greater than 10%, then reduce risk. Yeah, I was just thinking of just like with scaling up. Let's just say $1,000 for every micro. So every time it makes $1,000, the next trade add a micro. But then the same thing, every time it loses 1,000, take off a micro. Something like that. That way, every time it loses, it's just de-risking. It works in the reverse order. Like I said, I've ran back tests. I was doing it with mini, so it was a ridiculous amount of money that it showed me. But every time it made, I think 20,000, I added a mini, but it took like a little bit for it to get going, and then it picked up and just started making a crap ton of money. The drawdowns were huge with that because I was using multiple minis at a time, but I wasn't being as aggressive scaling down. So I think I need to test it with micros and see what happens. All right, let's download a members list. All right, we've got 12. Damn. I'm almost about to start recouping all the money I give away. All right, 1 through 12, 1 through 12. Oh my God, my neck hurts from laying around yesterday. All right, there's the numbers. We need to make this more entertaining. I need I don't know, music, some like fireworks or something. It's pretty boring just clicking spin. Number 10. Oh my God. Well, I said members can win twice this month. Hopefully that turns Hank's rough week around. He got to win twice. Kind of exciting, actually. That was one of the oh, that's you, Knives. Sound like something Delta would have said. I'm excited for him. Hank's been around for a while. He was here earlier, McLovin, and there was two things for members. One, you don't have to be here. And then you can also win multiple times. Look at that. There he is. Yeah, Hank is me. I'm just on my other computer typing. You did win, Hank. Congratulations. We're adding to my brokenness. So we've lost $200-ish to Hank. And then we lost 75 on this bot down here. We lost 300 on our manual trades up here. And then this guy down here took 2 wins off of its entry. What do you guys think? Should I just cancel these orders or just leave them? This last order, I mean. Like, what are the chances it comes back, hits that, and then offers me that same setup. I know, right? I need my boy Umar. That's what I'm thinking, McLovin. Lucid, are you what are you talking about? It's it's 11 o'clock. Did you mean to send that a while ago? Yeah, think I'll just cancel it. Like I've said, and Knives have said, having some discretion. So maybe something that will work is having the bots take entries for me so I don't miss entries, but then I can manage them afterwards. So we'll just cancel it. And then later this evening, I plan on doing I plan on weekly doing a back testing session of that week with the two bots just to see how they're doing, and then see if we need to make any uh, adjustments. You don't agree with that? I thought you were just saying that you can't just take any setup. There needs to be discretion involved. I thought you would like that. Maybe I misunderstood. uh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, but that is something I wanted to have it do anyways. Is if the move happens and we go past it, just take the orders off, because I have noticed on back testing that, like, if this comes back down, most likely we're just gonna blow past this. Of course, I'll come back and check, and we go back down a little bit more, and it offers those points again. But yeah, I need to. I need to code a lot of things. All right, let's do a poll. Engage with your audience. Part of me wants to leave it, and part of me wants to cancel it. Even if it takes a losing trade, it will still be technically green today, but by like $50, maybe less after commissions. Yeah, I need you guys to help me, because I changed my mind. I changed my mind too much. No, it's not too early to that this there's a limit order down here at 773. So the question is, do I just take it off the chart, or do we just leave it till 4 like all my back testing has shown is what I do? When I back test, that order would stay there till 4 p.m. Whoa, Zendy. Surprised you're saying that. No, so right now, since it's after 11, like the bot is done touching the orders, like that order will stay there until 4 p.m., whether it gets tagged in or not. If we get tagged in, then obviously either the take profit or the stop will be hit, or if we're in an order at 4 p.m., it will just exit wherever it's at, or it will cancel the order at 4. But the bot's done looking for trades and moving stuff. Yeah, it's, and like I said, when I back tested this has made money over the last years, and I don't touch those trades in the back testing sessions. So if today was a back testing session, that would sit there till 4. F it, we'll leave it. Where the hell have you been, Alito? Jesus Christ. $160. You got to be out of your mind. What was your entry? Appreciate it, Knives. I'm not quitting. I thought teaching myself to code was hard, and trying to break into that industry without any actual, like, real education like for that world. But this is way harder. Oh my god, Alito. And you held that? Yeah, you got to be careful on Fridays. And you've been doing good this week. Got to be extra careful on a Friday when you've had a good week. Can't believe you held on to that this whole time. Oh yeah, market is closed on Monday. I think we have. Don't we have a half day on for futures? Let's see if we can try and decipher this time. The hell is this? Oh, it just says it's closed. Right. February 19th. Looks like they updated it, Zendy. February 19th. Date and time in which it closes early. It's blank. I don't know why they can't just, like, why is it so hard to tell us when it's closed? And I don't know. I guess this works. Chicago trading floor is closed on Monday. I thought it was a half day. I should have stuck with my original. Shouldn't have changed my mind. Isn't this like a three? Isn't this a three dry pattern too? Having a low, like three lows like that, all like equal size legs. Thought I saw you weren't using VWAP anymore. Oh boy. Does everyone have their popcorn ready? Think you're getting a vid? Oh, the COVID. Like you're saying you're getting the video of the book. Yeah, I'm sure you guys will get it too. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Nothing left for me. Trying to think what we could have done better. I don't know. I'll be working on bots the rest of the weekend, try to improve those, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. So, you guys have a good long weekend, and we'll see you then.